A lovely afternoon to you there, and welcome to another edition of StandPoint. I'm Ayodele Uzubakun. And with me in the studio to discuss the states of the nation is a man that needs very little introduction. He's Satguru Maharaji, founder of One Love Family. On the show today, we'll be focusing on the state of the nation. But before we get into that, I need to ask some pertinent questions that some of our viewers at home are itching to hear. You founded your spiritual group on November 1st, 1987, and now your followers call you Black Jesus. How did you come about that name?
Blessings to everyone. When you talk about Black Jesus, then you are trying to divert attention, because Jesus is a philosophy that we find it very hard now to confirm whether it was true or not.
Jesus was a philosophy?
Yes, a philosophy. To the whites, yes. To the African, we only heard about him. Nobody saw him. He has no characteristics. They say he did this, he went here, went there.
Given by the Bible?
Oh, look, I need a bar. There's no way you describe.
Years,
I need a bar. No matter what you talk about a bar, it's still alien to me, except I see the bar. Jesus was there, so I cannot be Black Jesus. No. I'm saying I'm the revealer of light of this age. That God-man that has taken a human body. And that is why I say they should call me anywhere they are. Jesus did not say they should call him anywhere. I say, call me anywhere, I will manifest. To prove the divinity of the...
You.
Yes, me, as I'm sitting here. I'm the God-man of this era. If there's anybody who is denying, he should swear and see what happens to him within the next 7 days. Africans, Europeans, Americans, Chinese, they're all waiting for me. I'm their father. Oh, I'm their father. So I can never be Black Jesus, so that they put somebody on the... in the middle of armed robbers.
What are you implying? Are you saying
I am
you
implying
God?
that I am the God-man now.
God.
Even if you read the scriptures,
The
it is said,
God?
yeah, it says, and the Holy Spirit took a body to dwell among men. And because he is the Son of God, he has given him all the powers. So it does mean to say that God is a philosophy. To the black man, why we had all this good green and good vegetation, good land, waters here and there, food here and there, does not have anything to do with God himself. No, we are here. We need the God-man to deal with us. And so for him, he's just like the president of this country.
Have you created anybody?
Right.
Can you
now,
create?
It's like this. Now, this is Nigeria. It's God that owns it, but we need a president to govern it.
Okay.
Right. The same way as I'm sitting here, God is the what? The chairman of the company. I am the managing director who fires and hires. That's just to say that man is God to man. But the God-man is different because he's the one put there as the head who everybody can go to get what they need if they want this life to be purposeful. So if you call me God, it's not wrong. And if you say God-man, it's not wrong.
Present, do you know what is happening
Yes.
in America now?
If you ask me in the spiritual world, I will answer you. In your room, you want to know what is going on in the White House? You want to know what is going on in Buckingham Palace? You want to know what is going on in Abuja? I'll tell you spiritually. But this body has to be present to effect that, you know.
Let me ask about the numerical strength of your followers. How many followers?
You are one of them.
No, I'm not your follower.
You don't need to.
I don't believe in you.
You don't need to believe in it,
serve the
so long
Almighty
as you are breathing. Only that the person who doesn't know Maharaji will have to go through all this wahala, my salary, my job, my promotion, this and that, and they are going to use such a person. But the moment you have Maharaji, you'll be able to create your own. You'll be able to create abundance. You'll be able to have any. So everybody you see walking on the planet, it's like this. Human beings are like people struggling to go to the 100 million floor, right? Now they are the first floor. They are trying to get them.
A lot of people will conclude that people that are following you, you've succeeded in brainwashing them with your philosophy.
No, it's not a philosophy.
You take time to brainwash them. That no normal person can follow you.
Like the Bible itself, if you look at it, the science around the Bible is the practical aspect of it. If you say God is omnipresent, omniscient, omni what? Why is this man dying? Why the herdsmen are killing? Hey, God, if you know the true name of God, these guys, they will run away. Moses put the stick in the water, and what? He divided into two. They went across.
You believe in all those stories?
Not you can't believe. I'm saying that it can happen in my lifetime because I'm the one. The Creator has given the power to effect it. So all you have to do is talk to me. For the past 38 years, this is what I've been saying, that God is not up there. It's a ruse. God's within you, but the engineer has to come.
God is not up there.
He's not up there. It's within you and I. Okay. The engineer, Maharaji, is the one that will what? Technologize it, as Fela said. Our technology. I'm the one.
But a lot of people will just look at it.
Is it because I'm a black man? That's what is creating that in you.
Have you ever preached, taken this your doctrine outside the country?
Well, they know me. When did you hear from the European books, the European radio, American TV, saying that self-acclaimed living perfect master? They don't say it. Because they know that Satguru Maharaji is always that truth that comes time and time again. The time now is, why is it coming up in Nigeria now, Africa now? Because it's time now for the world leadership to have.
If you are God, do you believe you are immortal? Don't you know that you might sleep one day and will not wake up and,
that is
that's
for
the
those
end of it.
people who are still dancing in the philosophy of religion. Because religion tells you that God is omnipresent, omniscient, but you have to die to see him. Hey, that is 419. In Nigeria, particularly the Yoruba, there are people who told their parents, their families that, look, and they left. They called them, they come. So today, let us put the English idea of relating to the Creator aside. Let us now listen to somebody we can see who says, look, he can teach you, he can show you, he can guide you and direct you and make you immortal from human destruction.
Do you have children? Do you have?
What do I have? You are my child. Everybody living is my child.
Do you have biological children?
No, I don't have. I have a job to do.
You're not married?
No, I have a job to do. I have to save the world first. Imagine you sit in your room and there's an earthquake, or the president visits and says, look, there's a tornado coming. This is what the scientific organization are saying. There is a what? Tsunami coming. Who is this tsunami that we cannot avoid, we cannot prevent? And you are still calling Jesus, you are still calling La ilaha illallah, you are still calling Jupiter, you are still calling Elohim, Rama Rama. No, I am here. You can see me. I'm the father of all creations. With me, world peace is achievable. It's not going to be American bombing here, Paris bombing there, and then they say God will do it. No, I'm here to stop all that.
Okay, growing up, when most of us used to hear the name, your name, we shiver with a kind of fear, thinking of a scary spiritual being. What do you represent?
I represent the universal God of love, that power that never fails. You know, that power that will give you all you need. He will never give you wrong wife, wrong husband, wrong business. He will make sure that abundance is created in your home. That power that brings the old smile of love, that smile that will always turn into bliss, where happiness is not because I have a car, I have a TV, a radio. This is not the happiness because I am alive. And today I am performing my duty as a human being to care. Yeah, that is what I'm, that love that was there at the beginning.
Okay, if you're just watching us, it's StandPoint coming to you live from Television Continental. I'll take this breather. When we come back, we'll talk more. I have the perfect living master here, that's Satguru Maharaji. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is StandPoint on Television Continental. Let's move on now and get into our discussion proper. President Muhammadu Buhari came into power in 2015 and was seen by many Nigerians as the messiah that will save the country from the brink of collapse. After years of bad leadership, it was with so much hope that majority of Nigerians handed the mantle of leadership to Buhari in 2015. But after almost 3 years, Nigerians are still waiting on the APC-led administration to fulfill the numerous promises it made during campaigns. On security, there's so much to be done. President Buhari recently approved the sum of $1 billion to tackle terrorism and insecurity in the country. This is currently generating a lot of buzz, with some in support and others against. On which side of the divide do you fall? $1 billion at this critical time, I mean, not for poverty alleviation?
I supported the APC government. I still support them. I would have wished instead of...
Carry member of APC?
Yes. I want to support... I want you to believe that I'm a progressive somebody. I believe that if one should give honor to whom honor is due, they are already there now. They are on the field now. We must support them to be able to do what we want them to do.
Any government that you support, or any because you are APC?
Any government that comes in, I must give them the support. In fact, there's none of the politicians that have not been advising right from the past 30 years. Now, 1 billion, I would have wanted it to be balanced. 1 billion to the army and $1 billion to the school leavers. Establish a farm, a settlement, continue education, so that we carry all these school leavers from the road. Once we carry all of them, while they are there, right, they will pay salary. 50% politicians that have not been advising right from the past 30 years. Now, 1 billion, I would have wanted it to be balanced. 1 billion to the army and $1 billion to the school leavers. Establish a farm, a settlement, continue education, so that we carry all these school leavers from the road. Once we carry all of them, while they are there, right, they will pay salary. 50% goes to them, the remaining we share it. Then from there, those who want to go on further studies can go. So today, if they are saying they want to give $1 billion, who for who and against who? Buy ammunitions. Now, you see, in a war, you must realize that these guys called Boko Haram, they have supply routes. We have to block the supply routes. They have places where they get their water, they buy their food. The intelligence should not be restricted not only to the army, the civilian populace too. So that at the end of the day, we are able to hold them. How can we sit there and Boko Haram is threatening Nigeria, the 6th oil-producing country in the world? For me, I would want to see a situation where we don't use arms to fight them, but food, money, people will go in.
You think it's a kind of offshoot of poverty?
Right.
Pervasive poverty in that part of the country.
That is what is happening. That is what is going on. And there are people who don't have anything to eat, so they can be ready-made tools for them to carry on this terrorism that they are involved. So $1 billion is not even enough. Could be $10 billion. Once we create it, how can we be sleeping? And then we hear 30 dead, 40 dead, 15 dead, and the headsmen are there to crossing. There's no difference between them and the headsmen. If you're a representative
of God on earth, you should be able to talk to Boko Haram, or you should be able to touch
we are on the physical level. The churches have failed. All the prayers they have made. Now, the Islamic group, are they not the same? Doing that in Libya here and there. I'm now here. All it has to be done is call Maharaji in. And what is going to happen is that I need to give knowledge to the president, all the governors, then their attitude to life will change from tribalism, nepotism, hatred, because he's a Hausa man, he's a Yoruba man, because we have not learned from past history that civilizations come and go. But here, I, as an Ibadan man, I did not migrate to Nigeria. My great-grandfathers are here. I don't need to go to London, America to make it. This is what I'm saying. So without divine knowledge, we just have to show mercy and love. Today I can see some groups providing university food for their disciples, but that is not enough. It must be known that, look, calling God is a small thing. Showing practical love. So 1 billion for the army is okay, but they should increase it so as to take care of intelligence and many others. You can block them. They are in Nigeria. You can't do that in America for 1 week. You can't do that in Israel, as small as the country is, for 1 week. So this is where people are having doubts about the sincerity of the armed forces, even the president himself.
But
Yes.
I know that you so much believe in one Nigeria.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm going through Lagos, Ibadan axis, the election we had 4 years ago, there's this signboard that I used to see in front of your, is it your shrine, I'll call it?
Temple.
Your temple, I'll call it.
Right.
Come what may, there will not be war.
In Nigeria.
You so much believe in the unity of this country. What's the propelling factor?
Because I am the God man on earth. I should be able to at least make sure where I am, there's no war, but with a condition. And the condition is that if I say no war, agreed. What about the ordinary man that is going through war in his home? Lack of job, no water, electricity is epileptic, transport.
How many people are on your payroll?
My payroll.
Have you?
I have more than 40 branches, and I feed them every day. Some
40?
they come and go, some they learn how to do video, how to, they learn carpentry, electronics, so many things. They come, they go.
You
I
empower
cannot
them?
come them. Yes, I empower them. That's all I do. People are coming and going. And so I want everybody, even look, if you look at what is happening in South Africa now, or even Angola, these are problems that can be solved within seconds. The moment they start calling the holy name, evil will disappear. Chebi, is God not God again? Please tell me. Is the creator not the creator again? He is, but we don't know his true name. Oyinbo man hid the name instead of...
What's this name you're talking about?
Maharaji. 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 Anywhere you are, you call Maharaji. The war in Angola will stop. Uganda will stop. Sudan will stop. Even the tornado, all we need is cultural exchange. If I have 20 people, they pay their money, they are fair to go to maybe New Orleans.
So if anybody is saying Maharaji, that will solve any problem?
All the memes, they will go back inside water.
Have you gotten any feedback to that effect, that people that have been calling that name?
I'm yet to hear, except few people who have been doing that, coming in, they are the ones sustaining the kingdom I am holding now. I don't give you any credit. They are the people who brought me here today. Oh yes, so it's just like they need to do. I'm their father. They are afraid because of the philosophies that have been used to divide me and them. But then, one day, you know, they need to come here. I mean that test Maharaji, try Maharaji. Don't just hear say and you just accept like that. You have to go. He's alive. I mean, if I was a bad man, 38 years, I'm still working, talking, and still wearing my white one. Look at my beard now, it's going white.
All right. Zamfara, Taraba, and Benue states
Yeah.
have been turned into killing fields.
Yeah.
State governors and indeed many Nigerians have called on the states for state policing, while others have charged Nigerians to defend themselves. What should the government do to bring an end to these mindless killings?
Very simple. You say use what you have to get what you need. Those areas have children. Like in Lagos, we have neighborhood police or neighborhood brigade or whatever. They should have the same thing. What is the governor of Benue waiting? He should just pick up a phone, call Papa Fasheun, please bring OPC there, or Agbekoya. They go there. They will stop them. They are not going to use any guns. They know how to traditionally, with their eggs that can explode. They are what? Some substances that they put down by going through their life. Very easy. But because up till now, we are divided as Nigerians, even as blacks. So we don't know all those ingenuities around us.
So are you in support of this self-defense, this call for self-defense?
Why not? You have to survive. Can we sit down there? Look, in one of the recommendations by the confab, they recommended state police, and everybody is agreeing. I don't need to wait for the federal government to do it. There's a budget on ground. You can give it a name, so long as you protect the citizenry. It's okay within the law. Oh yes, why not? You budget it, you get all the school leavers, you may make them what? Police farmers or any other, to give them, or builders brigade. Their job is to go around, then you train them. You cannot sit down. Why? Because, look, the president has good intentions, but it looks as if there are some people around the president that are not coming out, or the monies budgeted, given here and there. You have seen where somebody, even the presidency, converted the whole thing and issued contract for his company, but the things were not done. So the president must come out and make sure that, look, states like Benue, Taraba, and Co., he should be able to say that, look, we are going to take care of those who have been affected, as well as give them this and that, and drive the army there. The idea that I was seeing it yesterday in Benue, I think it was TVC, where some people from Benue, they say the army has been what? Withdrawn. It doesn't make sense. That's nonsense. What kind of army intelligence? That people are being threatened and you are leaving them. No, you can't do that. State police must come in.
Don't you think our military is overstretched?
They are not overstretched. Oh, man. Why not? In a time of
that they are
war,
involved in peace.
In a time of peacekeeping like this,
states.
Why not? They commandeer. They must commandeer. They go. Whoever is jobless, go to Mushin. Abuja, anybody who is having anything, though, let us carry them, go train them, and do this job. We cannot sit down there and divide it because we are not one. That is the cause of Boko Haram still hanging on. Otherwise, if we accept that Nigeria is one, look, the Bakassi boys, they can stop them. Bakassi boys can stop them. The Agbekoya boys can stop them. All these herdsmen moving here and there, they are not herdsmen. They are.
Who are they?
They are proxies of some elites in the world, particularly in Nigeria, all these Euro-Arab kind of group who want to hegemonize. So they are using their chances of, being in control of the means of production to cause trouble. What I mean by means of production, whatever they say is not objected to. They say this, they do all sorts of things. So, what am I trying to say here? There's a situation where the president must be careful. If he's not careful, Nigerians might react and say, you are president, why are you allowing? Even the head of the army, being what? From Danjuma's report, that they are not neutral, it calls for more questioning. How can the army be there and the Boko Haram people are slaughtering everybody? If I was in his position, I would fire the army head, his deputy, and all the chiefs. Oh, yes.
All the service chiefs?
Oh, yes. Why? Because I am the president now. They are going to give him a bad name. Otherwise, he should call them and give them fresh instructions to go back there. Give them 2 weeks. They will finish them, man. America will support. America will never sit down. Imagine Dr. Donald Trump saying Nigeria is a shithole. She's saying so because the performers, the leaders there are not performing well. We have the men, we have the material, we have the money. Donald Trump saying that, I was shocked. Why? Because Nigerians are not one. If we are one, we should use whatever tools we have to do it. In the name of Nigeria, not say you are a northern. This is a northern thing, this is an eastern thing, western thing. I believe that this is what is going on. The president must wake up.
Now, when you look at, it's less than a year to another election, and you have over 80 political parties, and you see how the dominant players, the PDP, the APC, and the SDPs of this world.
Yeah.
Do you see President Muhammadu Buhari, if he decides to contest that election, do you see him winning?
I feel that the only way out now is that those who have been fingered to have stolen some money, they should arrest them. And those that the opposition members have listed should be arrested and be asked to explain. Maybe they give them a moratorium, say 6 months or 3 months, for everybody to decide. If you know you have stolen money, come out. Oh. I believe that is what the president needs to do now. These guys are talking big because maybe they are going to churches or juju house to pray that the president should not move. He should arrest them. The moment he arrests them, the elections will be peaceful. The first time in the history of this country where the president is now able to initiate anti-corruption drive and it's working. Even though people are saying it's not being effective, it's selective, sectional here and there, of course, people will complain. But imagine somebody who has accepted clear bargaining. You don't need to take him to court, take him to Snake Island. Let him go there. Let's go to Switzerland, bring his money. Go to London, bring his money.
Okay, let's quickly go on this break. The program continues when we return. It's still StandPoint. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's still StandPoint coming to you from Television Continental. Let's stay on the anti-corruption war. This administration, though at the forefront of the anti-graft war, have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar on several occasions. The case of former SGF, that's Babache Lawal, still rings a bell. There's also the NNPC scandal and the Maina Gates and much more. Buhari has repeatedly been accused of fighting corruption within the APC with deodorant while he fights corruption within the opposition using insecticide. How will you score the anti-corruption war of President Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, the first time of seeing such a anti-corruption drive working, but the president should put in more and more.
Okay, the drive is working.
Yes, he's trying.
It might not be perfect, but it's working.
I do not subscribe to you saying deodorant and insecticides. What I see there is that when you are in a position like that, there are so many things you see that we don't see. But a thief is a thief. Yes, all I know is that religion has failed us. Religion means to imbibe a culture of fear, love, and respect for the ordinary man and for society. And where you go carry money for building schools, for building roads, for building maybe what?
Infrastructure.
Yes, infrastructures for private use, then definitely something has gone wrong. The president is trying, and so sweet for him now to say even whistleblowers will be awarded. This is what should have happened during the time of Obasanjo. That would have been fantastic. That was a missing otherwise. Oh, so now all we have to do, Nigerians, wherever you are, if you know of anybody who has stolen money, come out. If in case you are going to be victimized, my number is there, 080-340-705. I will fight on your behalf. I believe that the president is trying, but we should give him our support. We should not keep quiet. If there's any areas where he has not done well, we should come out.
Talking about Obasanjo now, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and had repeatedly said that this administration has failed Nigerians absolutely. That we should not reinforce in his world. Yeah. We should not reinforce failure. Mm-hmm. What do you make of Obasanjo coming out publicly to criticize the president?
He's a respected national leader, somebody who knows what he's saying. There are certain informations in his hand, but I'm a Yoruba man, I'm being a man of God, or the God man today. I believe that it would have been better for the president to go and meet the president physically and tell him, look, this is what I see, that making things not going, because I would have loved.
Okay, let me take my first caller for today. Ifeanyi is calling us from Lagos. Lagos. Many thanks for joining us, Ifeanyi.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you want to speak with Satguru Maharaji?
Yes.
Okay.
I want him really to tell us how he feels the current administration.
Well, there's no way that a current administration should be seen in the way I feel. They are trying. They need our support. But a situation like I was told a few hours ago, they beat Falcons 8-0 by France. I said, what is going on? So you can see that even where you are trying here and there are divided attention. And so all I'm asking is that they should use the universal God, Maharaji. That one is for black and white, poor and rich. You find everything will be okay. Buhari, they are trying. Only there are some certain sectors now that we are asking anybody who has information by their non-performance, reveal it, then we tackle it. Me, I'm one of them. I do not believe in just judging somebody when already we can see that the area that affected Nigerians is the stealing of money, tribalism, nepotism. So at least with the anti-corruption drive, I mean, we should give the president a pass mark.
All right, thank you, Ifeanyi, for calling from Lagos. So, moving on now, we're talking about Olusegun Obasanjo's intervention.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong, but I believe that the president should go closer because in the army, we are all soldiers. If you are ex-general or that, in case there's war, everybody can be commandeered to come back. So the same way, the president will move closer. This idea of a third force, okay, but it's too early. Yes, because now there are certain things that the present government is involved with. And so I don't know how the Constitution says about this. I would have expected that.
Okay, let's take Sanusi Muhammad from Kano. Thank you for joining us, Sanusi Muhammad.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead with your contribution.
So I see the Guru Maharaji to discuss as our nation. I see the Guru Maharaja is talking about the nation.
Yes. Ask your question.
So I remember before the President of Muhammad Buhari to be the president and 2015.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So the media, they are talking about the Guru Maharaja. You say the president, you will not be the president of Nigeria. So now the Almighty Allah to give you the president Muhammad Buhari to be the leader of Nigeria. So I'm asking the Guru Maharaja, is that true? You're talking about this case?
Yeah, he said when a child raises up his arm, you pick him up. When he got to the point where they say bamboo and there'll be bloodshed here and there. That was what I said, no. If you are going to rule this country, you cannot talk about bloodshed. That one I will not support. But when eminent leaders like His Right Honorable Asiwaju Tinubu others made a press conference saying that we should not allow Nigeria to go asunder, that I think the best thing to do now.
Okay, you didn't support Buhari initially when he came out?
No, I didn't. Even, if you check up, a day before the elections, I was at the LTV house asking everybody to support the president and elect now. So I'm not somebody who you give money or give a house for him to support you. No, I'm a living master. And I know what is going. And what is it that is battling everybody is that we want peace, progress, stability. So that's what I did. So today, if I'm saying, even I congratulated him when he became president. So I'm just telling you that I'm not religious, somebody that you have to track with position of money. No, I'm very conscientious.
A lot of people will think that somebody like you're not meant to pitch your camp with any political party. You're not meant to profess for any party, that you should be a father of all. That if the PDP is there tomorrow, what will you be saying? If you're a card-carrying member of the All Progressive Congress?
I'm not a card-carrying member.
I asked you earlier.
Okay, maybe I didn't understand you. Look, you see, I'm not somebody who has been made into a slave that has lost his senses. I cannot be here. I'm somebody who is being given the power to cook food, pounded yam and egusi, and he's urinating inside, and I will keep quiet because I'm following God. That is a crazy God. Oh yes, I must come in, I must talk. I must let him know that
We
if
have
he
this caller
deviates,
from.
I'm not going
we
to
have
be
this
part of him
caller
anymore.
from Casablanca in Morocco.
Wow, Casablanca.
Taiwo, thank you for joining us.
Okay, sir.
All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, I want to.
How is Casablanca? I know Casablanca is very cold.
Yeah, it's very cold and very. But the weather is okay now. It's getting
Okay,
better
you are
now.
getting towards spring now.
What are you looking for in Casablanca?
Casablanca is more better than
It's
Nigeria.
beautiful, Casablanca.
No.
In 1 million ways.
No. I disagree. I disagree.
In terms
Look,
of everything, sir. In terms of everything.
when you go to Casablanca, who is going to work Nigeria, change Nigeria for you? This is what we are saying.
Okay, Taiwo, ask your question.
Ask your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very cold. It's a little bit cold.
Okay, Taiwo, you are listening to yourself. Stop listening to the feedback.
But Satguru Maharaji, the Casablanca is more better than Nigeria in terms of everything. We don't have Boko Haram here. We don't have Fulani expansion here in Morocco.
Okay, in that area, let me explain. The genesis of the whole problem on this earth is that the whites are trying to suppress the black man from coming backstaging as the world leader at the beginning. And this being shared by even where you are. The Moroccans, they don't want to hear anything apart from Islam. Algeria, the same. Libya, the same. It is only in Africa, south of Nigeria here, where we welcome anybody, you eat, you drink, because this is where civilization started. And so today, for we to backstage to limelight and global sphere, yes, that is why this light has to come. And so before this light came, they have already prepared themselves, ready to say that no way. So when you are talking about headsmen, bad light here and there, because they are yet to accept that the black man is a leader race on this earth. So whatever you are seeing there, you are like a lion now whose claws have been removed, and you are somewhere. You say you are enjoying, whereas you are going to come back to Nigeria. And when you come to Nigeria, you'll be saying that, how many that we have done all this within these few years. You become a stranger here. So today, let me tell you, we are here to fight and make sure that Nigeria becomes what it should be. So my friend, if you are in Casablanca, come home for divine knowledge, then you can go back. Then you will not talk like this anymore.
Okay, Olu Murphy from Abuja. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good day.
All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to talk about Satguru Maharaji's comment so far.
Okay.
And I want to thank Satguru Maharaji for what he has said about Nigeria, because if we keep leaving our country to go to other countries and saying that those countries are better, nobody will build Nigeria. So this is a very, very important time. And from the comment Maharaji has made, these are the kind of things we expect from Nigerian leaders. Come out and say we should rally around and build a better country for ourselves and the future generation. So I want to thank Satguru Maharaji for taking the position and asking Nigeria to be steadfast, that Nigeria will be okay.
Blessings, my good friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, talking about patriotism, an average Nigerian will not wake up to say, God bless Nigeria. I don't know, when you go outside, you see, Americans will say, God bless America and everything. And we are not proud of what we have. And at this junction, it's less than a year to the election, we are so divided. We are divided across ethnicity. We are divided across, what do you call it, religion?
What I see there is to talk to the leaders who crossed from former PDP to APC, to realize that APC is a global party. of people, eminent leaders who worked hard, from AC to AD and on to what? APC. And they are even able to allow.
The way you're sounding
Yes.
as if you are Bola Tinubu's follower.
No. Apart from that, you have to recognize merit, hard work, responsibility, sincerity, and one that, very importantly, one's patriotic zeal to make sure that things work, yes, the way it is done all over the world. So whether APC, whoever is there, I just believe that if somebody is doing well, you lift him up. And so whoever crossed down there could be the same people who are trying to change APC itself. Otherwise, I cannot believe that at this hour, at this point. There was a case in the Supreme Court where they cleared the area of non-shore and offshore, right? But now, the House of Assembly are making another law to say that the federal government owns the offshore and the state. It means that there's still Boko Haram inside the House of Assembly.
Oh, you mean the National Assembly?
Yes, who don't wish us peace.
Really?
Because, I mean...
They are elected representatives.
Yes, the Constitution of Nigeria says the presidency, the judiciary, and what?
The legislature.
They have separation of powers. If the Supreme Court has given a ruling that onshore, offshore is the property of the state, why should they now be preparing a law to say that offshore is for the federal government and you can imagine me paying a lot of taxes here and somebody sitting in Ibadan.
Do you pay tax?
On Nasarawa, pardon?
Do you pay tax?
I'm a man of God. Yes, I do pay little here or there, right? So you now find a situation where whatever is being said of peace during the forthcoming elections is not something to talk. Ordinary man from the local government level, you must go to your chairman to know how much the budget he made has been executed. Then in the state level too, we meet the governor. I think something is going on in Lagos State. Yes, for now, we see such a thing happening. Even though, look, you cannot be given a chance to cook without tasting the soup. In other words, do the job, but whatever it is that comes out of it is a blessing. So I believe in a situation where I would have loved the APC, PDP, and other parties to join up. Instead of having 70 parties, for what?
Okay, let me take Martins from Adama. Thank you for joining us. Martins.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead with your contribution.
Okay. I have a question for Maharaji.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a fundamental question about his personality.
Okay, go ahead.
The question is, has he been this God or God man right from his inception? Does he have parents? No, let me just finish the question. Does he have parents who gave birth to him? Was he given birth to as a baby? Were his parents also God? So if he was given birth as a baby, at what point did he become a God?
Now, it's like this. All the philosophies being given were the people who enslaved us. And they gave a different picture of what the black man is.
No, he asked you a simple question.
Yes, I will
Somebody
answer.
gave back to you?
Of course, I'm going there. I'm getting there. And so whatever theories we are reading now, put it aside. Just see me as a human being. I was born like everybody else, right? I have a father. I have a mother. In fact, I was born on 20th December 1947, the day the eclipse of the sun took place. It tells you that I'm a special somebody. Now, when you say, are you God? Of course, I am the God man. Somebody who has the characteristics of the powers, the masters, Adam, Abraham, Moses, Prophet Muhammad, even Jesus. That doesn't mean I support the philosophy. Somebody who is ready to lay down, only me, I'm not saying they should kill me or no, means that laying down means I'm not going to be involved in anything, but to make sure that peace on earth is achieved on this earth. So that is it. Besides, in the scriptures, we were not told that there were masters called Satguru Maharajis. Okay? They didn't. It is now I came in saying that, the true name of Allah, God, is Maharaji. That is the trouble I'm facing now. Why do you whistleblow something they have been using?
But you are Maharaji.
Yes, I'm the Maharaji.
And you are equating yourself to...
And it's just like we say, Muhammad the Allah, Jesus the Christ. Christ means the omnipresent power. This body is different from the power inside me now that is being revealed to others. It's the same power within you. Only Maharaji, Satguru is revealing the Maharaji light, which is within man. So it means that if I reveal the light, then you'll be able to know who I am. But until then, they say they have eyes, they cannot see. They have ears, they cannot see. So if you say, in fact, the scriptures have said it, man is God to man. And so the master who comes, who reveals it, is always called the God man.
Do you have your own scripture?
Scripture? No, the scriptures are already there, telling about the coming of Maharaji. In the human body, the Bible says, the Quran, even the Quran said, sell whatever you have on this earth to go for knowledge. Not knowledge of Quran, not knowledge of Gita, but knowledge of the self, the God within.
Okay,
So
I think I have...
I'm the one that the scriptures are talking about. I'm here physically. So you deal with me from your heart, not from the mind. I'm not a theory. You talk to me silently, I will come like a goat, rabbit, or one's brother or sister to change situation for the person. I was telling you about tornado in America.
Let's pick Samuel's call. Thank you for hanging out, Samuel, from Delta States. Yes, go ahead with your contribution, Samuel.
Okay, can I go ahead now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so please, this is Mr. Samuel calling for worry.
Are you a Nigerian?
I'm a Nigerian.
Why are you bearing Samuel?
Samuel is the Bible name.
No, it's not good. It's a man-made name. That could be the one causing trouble in his home.
I just want to ask something. I want to ask Mr. Guru Maharaji. I want to ask him about this thing is echoing back. I don't understand.
Just turn down the volume of your TV sets and continue.
Okay. I want to ask him about what he said about the current president.
Yeah.
This is the president, anyway, I voted for him. But our expectation was so high that some of us were carried away to vote for him.
Yeah.
We voted this man, somebody that promised is going to reduce fuel. And let me tell you, the fuel, Nigerian petrol, is what is controlling the Nigerian nation. The price of a petrol, a common man who is driving along, who is driving taxi, who is driving bus, can no longer take care of his home because a liter of fuel is now being sold.
Make your point quickly, Samuel.
Huh?
Make your point quickly.
Okay. So, I just want to ask that the price of fuel, somebody who fixed price of fuel at the rate of 155 naira, 145 naira, is a good leader. Somebody who has been busy, instead of him to have his own plan, to execute his own plan, somebody who is supposed to be bringing out his own idea, what he has for the nation, started pursuing or trying to arrest all PDP stakeholders.
Thank you, Samuel.
You see, let's look at it this way. You cannot look at one side. In fact, I, for one, if I had my way, and I've recommended it, that liter of fuel should be the age of the president. The president is 74, 72. A liter should have been 72. And then subsidize it. It's for Nigerians. America, they subsidize food, transport, medical, everything. It is only in Nigeria here where the ordinary Nigerian is suffering. I believe that.
Per liter is $2.60.
Right, 145 naira. So, and even now,
like,
we are going through it. We are supposed to have price control. I've written the president that in a situation like there must be price control. The control of cars, control of tomato, pepper, onion, meat, fish, everything. So you cannot blame Mr. President. I believe that this is one of the avenues to lay down your complaint. When I leave here, me too, I'm going to convey the same thing that these are the questions I got while I was being interviewed. But beyond that, you must not waste time in meeting the representative of your local government somewhere. Yes, to tell me, or the member of Senate from your end.
So looking at the state of the nation now, how has President Muhammadu Buhari, how do you think he has performed, and do you think he deserves another term in office?
I believe that he needs knowledge. Once he has knowledge, he'll be able to tap from the best Nigerians who can perform very well. I mean, it's left to the electorate. There's nobody who cannot do well if you are given a chance. From the level he has reached with the anti-corruption drive, if he pursues it, I believe that Nigerians will want him to back, because the money that should have been used for so many things, education, imagine that now we don't have any research foundation by the government. Today, Nigerians are going out for medical care. Today, Nigerians are going to India, Japan, to buy ordinary telephones that we could have made here. Look, this tricycle, Nape, can't we assemble them here? In Ijebu, there's nothing they can't fabricate. In Oka, there's nothing they cannot do. So the president needs to wake up, because I believe that he needs divine knowledge. If he has knowledge, that is the time he will close his eyes that he's not a Hausa man, he's not a Fulani, he's not a Chekiri, but a Nigerian with a mission. And the mission with all Nigerians is that the black man now must take back his position of old. Anybody who is not able to identify it must be ready to go. I believe that Mr. President will hear my cry here and take steps so that in the next 2019, he might be lucky and blessed to be re-elected.
I want to say congratulations to you on your 31st anniversary for your Center of Knowledge. That's your is it temple you want to call it?
No, Maharaji is the highest spiritual center of the universe, where the God-man dwells, where it's more or less like a center of gravitation. Anywhere you are, you call, Maharaji will answer. So this is the new Holy Land we are using to replace that of Mecca, India, China, Jerusalem, because those places you have to pay. You have to pay for your air trip.
I'm afraid we have to leave it there.
So please, Nigerians, come on. We are waiting. I'm your father. Call me, I will answer you if I fail.
Thank you.
God is
Thank
not
you for
God
coming.
anymore.
And it's a wrap on the show today. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, you can watch the repeat edition tomorrow by 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. on this same channel. I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.